Hello there and welcome back. Today we're back out in the Bluebells and well, I'm hoping to be back out in the Bluebells. It's been exactly a week to the day since I come and got the footage for the last Bluebell video that's on here, and I'm hoping now that they are all going to be out. The few that I can see in the little bit of woodland here, let's turn you around, all look out. You couldn't see hardly any in here when I came last week, so hopefully, I am hoping nobody's been in and trashed them all. You do get people having picnics right on top of the Bluebells, and I just think why. But yeah, join me in a minute and I'm going to show you how to get pin sharp photos of Bluebells. Let's go find some. So today we are back out in the Bluebells, and all I can say is check this out. I'll just turn you around. Absolutely incredible. Just look at this business. You can see already where people have been walking and having picnics in here, but this just looks stunning. I can't wait to get going. Join me in a moment and we're going to find some compositions. I want to walk farther as well today down the back. These Bluebells go on for probably a square mile, maybe more. And I want to go and look down the bottom. There's a few compositions that I found when I was here last week that I want to get. But I do want to have a good walk around as well and just try and find something completely different. But yeah, let's find a couple of compositions and I'll show you how I get pin sharp photographs of these Bluebells. So my first image is going to be this fallen log on the floor. Let me just turn you around. And I'm going to put this on the diagonal line coming from the bottom left, pointing up towards the top right and just leading you into all these Bluebells. Let me just turn you around and just show you all of this. It is absolutely spectacular in here. All the way around, just Bluebells. They do go on for about a mile down in the distance. And I am going to walk down there shortly. It's a lot more, there's a lot more trees and a lot more deadfall. So you do need to try and pick out little intimate scenes rather than big scenes like this. Still just as beautiful, to be honest. Down by the river, there's also wild garlic, which is completely in bloom now. It's just a sea of white and green leaves. Looks beautiful. Let me just show you the back of the camera and I'll talk you through how I'll get pin sharp images for scenes like this. So for this shot, what I'm going to do is, you can see I've just got the log lining up with the diagonal line. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. I'm now gonna just zoom in to 100% and get the end of the log, the fallen log, and I'm going to focus there. If you're not sure on your autofocus, just manually focus, just rock the focus wheel and you will get focus. As you can see, we're just over halfway through the scene. This will, if I zoom back in again, everything there pin sharp. And if we come down and follow it down, pretty much everything to the foreground is also sharp. And if we come up, go past, the trees are just falling out of focus. So again, you've got the options of either focus stacking or try to shoot something just literally round about the centre of the frame. Hyperfocal distance is roughly a third of the scene, third of the way into the scene. I tend to shoot that little bit farther on, getting close towards half or maybe just past even. And at f11 on a good sharp lens, you will have perfect sharpness throughout the image. I'll just get back onto this, the end of this log, there, make sure you're in focused. The 2-second timer is on, the settings are ISO 100, f11, that's 25th of a second. 2-second timer is on, here's the shot. I use this technique a lot for things like waterfalls, and whereas you can line up some foreground and then you back off to the waterfall, ideally you want the foreground attraction and the waterfall both be focused. The only way to get true focus is to focus stack on your foreground and then again on the waterfall. But if you do photograph on your subject, which is the waterfall, at f11, you can even close down to f16, you will get sharpness up to your foreground. It may not be pin sharp there, but it'll be acceptably sharp and get even sharper straight to the waterfall, which is going to be your main subject. And the same with these bluebells. For today, I'm not worried about, I don't want to focus stack because I'm a bit busy of late and I haven't got time to spend hours in Photoshop. So I am using this technique to get sharp enough images all the way through, and there will be a part of the image which is pin sharp, which is where you want the eye to go to, and then just scan around the image after. So with that last shot, focus on the end of the log, your eyes then will lead you up through the log to the sharpest area, and then you just literally come off the log and you're just looking at the bluebells, and it's just absolutely beautifully now. I'm just going to have a little walk around now, and there's another log that's literally come down since last Monday across this pathway. You can see where there's been a tractor through here or something, and this log here wasn't there when I came last Monday, so I'm going to try and line something up with this, and yeah, I'll talk you through the camera again. Let's go and find something. For this image, although there's some beautiful detail on this moss in the root system of this little fallen down tree, as I say, this has come off since I came last Monday, because last Monday, if you look at the video that I put on last week, you can see this little mossy mound of rocks that I put in the shot, and this limb wasn't here. But what I'm going to do with this shot, I'm going to focus just on probably the big tree just over there. You've got a couple of trees just past this, then a bigger tree, and I'm hoping that I will get sharpness on this log, on this beautiful moss as well. I'm going to try a couple of shots. I'm going to take one on this bent limb that's just down here now, that bends up, and then another one on the tree that's behind it, and whichever one is the sharpest with this in the foreground is the one that I'll use. Again, I'll show the back of the camera and I'll show you where I'm going to focus, because I do like the detail in this log, this tree that bends. It looks beautiful, that does. So I will try that. focusing on that first and see if this is sharp and the trees behind are sharp. I'll talk you through the back of the camera now. So as you can see where the focal point is, I'm just going to zoom in to 100%. There. I'm going to hit the focus button, which I know is right. If ever you're unsure, just rock the camera slightly, your focusing ring, and you'll see it come in and out of focus. That looks pretty sharp. I'm going to take this shot now. 2-second timer's on again. ISO 100 f11. I'll take it again now. Betsy's got out the photograph. Trust Betsy to jump through the image. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to punch in and scroll through the image. So, as you can see, there is good sharpness on this log. The bent arm will be dead sharp, and the trees behind also sharp with the bluebells. Again, it is just about picking your focal point and maybe try a few different shots and then just edit the one that is the sharpest to you. Another thing to consider with getting pin sharp images is the glass that you're using. Rather than spend your money and buy the latest cameras and the most megapixels, if those pixels are blurred or soft, the image is going to be soft. What you want is spend your money on good lenses, good quality lenses, whether they are Canon, Nikon lenses, or whether you choose for the Sigma or Tamron. What I would say is spend your money wisely and get the sharpest lens that you can for your money. Even a 12 megapixel camera will get pin sharp images with a sharp lens, whereas a 40 megapixel camera with a poorer lens will always be soft. So again, another thing to remember is choose your lenses wisely and spend your money on good quality glass. So from a friend Gordon, I hope you're watching, Gordon, I hope you're well. We was having a little conversation about these trees. I thought that was beech, and he's done a bit of coppicing work, and he seems to think that was chestnut. Well, good, here's the leaves, and I do believe they are beech. If I'm wrong, please tell me, or if anybody else knows, drop me a comment below. I do think they're beech. They're all the same kind of leaf, and yeah, I've got a feeling they're beech. If you know different, drop me a comment below. Just let me know. But again, just walking around now, I have walked down probably 500 yards from where I took the first photograph up the top there. I've now come across this beautiful old log. It looks incredible, it does. The detail in this is just tremendous. And I do think for this one, because it's right underneath the camera, I do think I have got to focus stack it. So I'll probably take this, and it may not be on the video because it depends on time. I am quite busy at the moment, and I say I will focus stack it and I will put it on. I'll just do a quick edit of it. It won't be nothing special, but I'll give you the idea of, again, if you want absolute sharpness, I'll show you where I focus on a focus stacked image, and just to try and help you out. They're easy to edit in Photoshop or Lightroom. What I tend to do is I open these 3 images up in Lightroom. If I take 3 images, I'll edit one, sync the other 2, open them up as layers in Photoshop. You go up the top to File. No, you don't. You come down. Yeah, you go to File, come down to Scripts, load open files, then go back up to Edit, select the 3 layers and auto blend layers, and it will automatically blend them all as one layer in Photoshop. It's that simple. Once you've done it a couple of times, it is easy. Let me show you the back of the camera and I'll show you exactly where I'm going to focus for this image. So again, because we have got we need detail right underneath the camera. I'm going to take a shot there. I'm now going to take another shot literally halfway up. This may be 4 images actually. Focus again there. Take that shot. Because there's some beautiful detail right on the edge, focus there. And I'll take that one again when I get Betsy out. Betsy, come here. I'll take that one again. And then I am going to just take one on the trees in the distance. So it's 4 images, and I'll just blend these as a focus stack. And I'll put this on for you right now. Looks beautiful, it does. I'm now going to have a walk down a little bit farther now. I'm going down towards the river, and again it is a lot more cluttered where I'm going now, but the bluebells should be just as good. They usually am. It's just fantastic down here. There's a lot of trees that have actually come down, I think with the wind and storms, but there's bluebells all the way through them. Just try and turn you around a bit here. This is the kind of scenes I'm going for next, where all the trees have come down, but just a little bit farther we are full again of bluebells, and it just looks so pretty. And I'd love to see the bright blues with all the trees that have come down. It looks amazing. We've come to a big boggy area, so I'm going to try and negotiate this. Yeah, I've got to go through a load of mud, so join me in a second and we'll be down at these next set of bluebells. So let me just turn you around out the sun. Just look at this. I think it's going to be a bit more challenging in here because there are just so many trees, and the sun's coming through a little bit now, so I've got little bright areas. But it's trying to find something to line up for the foreground, and what you need to do with places like this is try and tighten in your view and get more intimate little scenes rather than the big picture, and it becomes less chaotic then. It does look beautiful in here. As I say, you've got tons and tons of stuff that have fallen down, so just look at that. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to find something, and when I do I'll talk you through the camera. So what we have with this shot is another mossy log. There is another one that comes straight across and up to there, and it does look absolutely amazing in here. The blue just goes on for miles and miles and miles. Betsy, as you can see, is having a field time with this shot again, because I don't really want a focus stack. This could do with focus stacking to be on there and then on the trees, but I am literally just going to focus there on the trees there, and I'm going to zoom in just to make sure that I haven't got focus there. And I'm now going to open the aperture to f16. 2-second timer's on. Oh, Betsy's in the shot again. Can you believe her? Betsy, come here. Get here. Come here. Come on, get your tail out. Come here. Betsy. Stop. And there's the shot. So I think I'm done now for today. I'm going to head back to the car. I'm probably about a mile away from my car, so I've got a fair right to come back. Could do with a cup of tea as well. So yeah, give you a last little look here. Looks beautiful, it does. Check out the links below in the description. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, we'll do it all again next week, which will probably be more bluebells. I'm sorry if you get fed up with bluebells, but they are just so pretty. And I have just so many to choose from in here, it's incredible. So the next video will be farther down again, close to the river, where the trees change again, and you get completely different shots again in the bluebells. So I've put all the photographs on now, and until next time, take it easy.